Margaret Constantaris is the Head Quantitative Research and Governance at Research IQ. Margaret has been conducting the franchise survey for the past 8 years and is currently doing her doctorate in franchising. Now, the last survey was done in 2019, which is quite a while back. So what would you say, Margaret, is the upward trends that came out of the 2023 franchise survey that has changed since the last survey in 2019?
Definitely upward trends. There's a sign of huge resilience in the franchise market. We ask questions, for example, do you expect to see a growth in your business in your next financial year? A stunning 98% of franchisors said, yes, we are expecting to see growth. And if we look at the franchisee same question, that was also in the majority. It was well over 75%. So, yeah, there is a great, the franchise industry as such is very buoyant in terms of hope and resilience going forward. What we have seen in comparison to 4 years ago is a decrease in the number of franchise systems out there. Our best estimate at this point is 727 franchise systems, as compared with 813 4 years. As a separate sector, it is very difficult to actually get an exact number. So working very closely with FASA on this, with Fred, thank you, Fred, for your input, and with Julie, we came up with 727 as being a realistic figure for the number of franchise systems. However, the good news is that the franchise turnover has increased and is reflecting just under, I think I always get my zeros confused, 999 billion rand.
Wow.
Which is equivalent to 15% of the South African GDP. So yes, it has increased by roughly 1% over the last 4 years, which is really good news. What else can I tell you in that regard? The employment rate has the number, although unemployment is currently officially sits at 32%, the number of people employed by number of people employed in South Africa. So again, franchising is offering employment to a huge number of people. Another thing that the government needs to take into consideration. So yeah, all good with franchising. That's great news.
Margaret, sorry, we just missed you there for a moment. What is the employment rate? Just to repeat that again.
Just under 500,000 people, which is 5%. I'm just rounding up the percentages now, which is 5% of the total number of people employed in South Africa, full-time and part-time in both cases. Yeah, the government really needs to take note, A, of the contribution to GDP, and B, the contribution to the employment rate in the country.